The Whitehouse Wildcats Girls Soccer Show is brought to you by the Lone Star Podcast Network. You can find the show on Spotify, on Apple iTunes, on any place podcasts are found. But if you want to hear more high school sports-related shows, head over to LoneStarPodcast.com. And if you would love to get a show for your high school sports team, when you're on LoneStarPodcast.com, look for the link that says Coach's Show. All right, everybody, join me in welcoming Coach Aaron Hale to the Whitehouse Girls Soccer Show. Coach, how are things going today?
They are okay.
Just okay, huh?
Just okay. We have limped to the end here.
Yeah, let me talk about that limping. Because you have 2 regular season games left. Texas High, you lose that one 2-0. And that seems scary, but then you tie Mount Pleasant 2-2.
Yes.
So what happened with those matchups there?
Well, I think I told you last week I was a little bit worried about how we would travel. Texas High is always a hard place to go and play just because it's so far on a bus and we're stuck on the same sideline, and there's the resting situation there is it's just a crazy experience, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
But all excuses aside, we had a chance to tie it up with a PK.
Mm-hmm.
We missed the PK. That would have probably changed the whole course of the game. We had chances that we didn't finish, and we made some silly mistakes on defense, and they made us pay for them. So,
but I guess in the big picture, you made the playoffs. They didn't.
Yes, we actually knew that going in. The playoffs have kind of been set, I think, for after our game against Tyler High. I think the playoffs were set at that point, and then these last couple games were just playing for placement.
Yeah, and talk about the district, because the top 4 are all really good teams, and then it drops off quite a bit after that.
So it was definitely not like that last year. It was just a fight to the end for everyone. We were super close in point. And then this year, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th were all within a point or 2 of one another until the very last game. So at one point, even after dropping that game to Texas High, had we not tied Mount Pleasant, had we beaten Mount Pleasant, we would have secured 3rd. Had Hallsville lost to Tyler High that very night, we would have secured 2nd. So that's how close everybody was.
Wow, that's crazy. And then, so going into that last game, it wasn't a case of, look, we all know we're in the playoffs, so nobody relaxed. This was from 2nd to 4th, so it was a pretty big chance, or a good reason to keep playing, right?
Right, 100% right. I feel like we're definitely a better team in the 4th place. But this is a tough lesson about finishing strong, and we got to work till the very end. And we just had some things work against us, and some injuries and some chronic pain, and we were missing some girls. But ultimately, we still could have pulled it out on Friday, and we didn't. We were playing without our center back. She had gone on a mission trip to England, and a sophomore, Michael Lindsay, had stepped up and played center back for us and had done really well. We had 2 girls connect on. We were down 1-0, and then we came back, and this was Camden Spearman's first game back in a while, and she played a great ball to Ella Fishback, who headed it in to tie it up. And then we made a silly mistake in the back again, and we again came back and a great pass from, I think, Ella fished that to Riley Jackson, and we put that away, and we were 2-2, and then we just could not finish another one. So it was crazy. We tried to go for it at the end because we needed to win and so tie, but we just could not get a whole lot going offensively. And, by that point, you make two big mistakes like that, so you're playing catch-up and then trying to get ahead with about 10 minutes to go. It makes for a pretty challenging game. Definitely.
And before we talk playoffs, how are the girls health-wise?
Oh, man. We've got two that have just been sucking it up and gutting it out the whole season, really three. I have one that is scheduled for an MRI on Friday. Both of her knees are in bad shape. And then I've got two others with just chronic pain that have been fighting hard all season and have really done a great job of managing that. But it's been a really long season chronic pain is chronic pain. It's just once you have your good days and your bad days, but once it's really exhausting. So, I think we'll still be missing our center back in the playoffs. So that's never a good thing. And we're just going to try to piece it together and work as hard as we can.
Got it. And so at this point, with the injuries, with the coming in fourth, it would be easy for the girls to just say, well, maybe we're not that great. We're not going to go real far. How do you keep them motivated, and what is their spirit right now in terms of, look, you're in the season now where everybody's equal. Your record's 0-0.
Right. I think at this point, spring break couldn't have come at a worse time for us. A lot of people were on spring break last week, and we're on spring break this week. So I gave them today off, and we're practicing the rest of the week, and then we're going to play on Friday. And a lot of them were in tournaments this past weekend. So I think from a coaching standpoint, at this point, we got to come in, we got to focus on the things that we can do well, and we got to clean some things up. And all we can do is control what we can control. We can control our effort. We can control our attitude. We can control just our mindset going into this game, and we can control how we turn up this week and practice. And those are all the things we can control. We can't. We're going to Forney. We don't know the officials there. We've never played against this team before. They've gotten 4 goals scored on them the whole year. Lovejoy is somebody that I believe is a really, really good team full of talented players. So, on both sides, the boys and the girls. I mean, our boys are playing them right after we are. So it's going to be it's going to be a battle. It's going to be a big challenge for us mentally and physically. And we're just going to have to show up and do our best by piecing everything together. Next year, hopefully we will not be in this same situation where we're missing people, and we've just struggled health-wise all season long. And I was talking to a few other coaches in our district, and they said the same thing, that they have had so many health problems, knee problems, this whole year. It's been pretty wild. So we'll see what kind of adjustments that we need to make to the schedule, whether that's cutting down on the amount of tournaments, whether that's rethinking different things in the weight room, whatever that is. I've got a couple months to figure that out, and I will definitely be trying to figure that out.
Yeah. So talk to me about the playoffs, though. What is the schedule there, and how does it look? They are a really good team.
We're traveling to Forney because we're playing in a location that both of us mutually agreed on. Mm-hmm. We were playing Lucas Lovejoy, which has, I think they've lost one game all season, and they've tied one game all season, and they have 4 goals scored against them. They are a solid team from everything that I'm seeing, stats-wise and film-wise. And I would expect them to be coming out of this district and going into playoffs is always a challenge for us because we're just against such strong opponents that you never know what you're going to get. But we're going to go out, we're going to do our best, and that's why you play sports, right? On any given night, anything could happen. I mean, it's definitely a David versus Goliath situation for sure. Mm-hmm. There are no misconceptions about that. We are a huge underdog coming in, and it's a definite uphill battle for us this week. But I don't know that I would want to go into battle with anybody else than I have. So we've got a lot of tough girls that are going to go out and give me everything that they've got, and we'll see how it goes.
Nice. And then talk about what happens or how do they deal with, let's say it's tied at the end. Do they just keep playing until? Or how does that work in playoffs?
The way that works is we will go to 2 10-minute halves. Mm-hmm. So we do not play golden goal. So if something happens in that first 10 minutes, you have another 10 minutes to catch up. If it's still tied at the end of that, then it will automatically go into penalty kicks.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, Coach, like I said, congratulations on making the playoffs with as many injuries as you've had, and best of luck this week. You've got a tall order ahead of you,
sir.
But we'll be rooting for you, girls.
Thank you so much.
Hey, I want to thank you for listening to the Whitehouse Wildcats Girls Soccer Show. Please go out and support these girls, support this program, share this show, and tell the world about Whitehouse Wildcats Soccer. Hey coaches, did you know we're now offering shows for all sports? That's right, whether it's basketball, volleyball, softball, baseball, football, soccer, you name it, we've got you covered. If you're looking for a way to showcase your program, promote your players, and highlight the amazing things happening with your team, our coaches shows are the perfect solution. Plus, our business model lets you or your booster club raise money while building excitement and support for your program. Don't miss the opportunity to take your team's story to the next level. Find out how you can get your very own coaches show. Reach out to Chris at 713-269-4620 today. That's 713-269-4620 because every team deserves the spotlight.